Hi everyone, and welcome to my health site, where today I'm going to be talking about the invaluable vitamin D. The thing about vitamin D is, if you're going to take it regular, because it does take a while to kick in. I take it myself and I find it very helpful. Obviously, as I'm not a doctor, before you start taking vitamin D, tell the doctor, or you can actually go along to the doctor and you can get a blood test done, and that actually tells you 100% whether you are vitamin D deficient. Now, you'd be very surprised the number of people that actually are deficient in vitamin D. Apparently, years ago, they did blood tests for the vitamin D deficiency in a lot of the American football players in the United States of America. And what percent do you think were deficient of vitamin D if those highly trained athletes? Would you believe me? 81% were deficient in vitamin D. That's a fact, and that was a test, and it was actually carried out. It's a simple blood test, just we prick, test the blood, match it up, and it tells you right away if you're deficient. 81% of American footballers in that test, I mean, not every single American footballer, the ones that they brought in for the test, 81% were deficient, As a lot of you know, vitamin D you get from the sun. Now, here in Northern Ireland, where I'm from, Belfast, to get your vitamin D from the sun, you've no chance. We never get the sun here, but if you're living in a country where there's sun, you can actually get vitamin D by being in the sun. But don't be in the sun too long. You can get sun cancer and stuff like that. They say 15 minutes 3 times a week is perfect to get your vitamin D. But, really, you're best getting it for supplements, I have a good supplement, so I have, and I got it in Home Bargains. I know, I get everything in Home Bargains, what can I say? But these are vitamin D, I think there are 1,000. They're like wee chewy ones I take in the morning. They're actually called vitamin D gummies. So they are, so they're purple, and you just open your wee thing, there's about 100 in it, and I just take one of those a day. And I have actually noticed, since I've been taking them, now I've been taking them 6 months, and I haven't really had a cold or a flu, and plus they say vitamin D is actually good for your bone health and calcium, so older old bloke like me, I dislocated my shoulder about a year ago, and was told that, sort of 5 years time, you're going to get the likes of arthritis. But, the likes of vitamin D can actually help with the likes of arthritis. I don't know why I'm doing that, for goodness sake. But apparently long-term, vitamin D can help with the likes of arthritis and stuff like that. Another thing, this is one now that everybody's probably heard in the news. Vitamin D helps, it helps to stop the flu, right? Now, the reason it helps to stop the flu is because it builds up your immunity. Now, when we talk about immunity, that brings COVID into the scene. And a lot of people have been saying that, people that have been tested that have had COVID have had vitamin D deficiency. But not that means 100% anything, because, as I've told you about the American footballers, lots and lots of people are deficient in vitamin D. But the case that has been put forward by a lot of doctors is, if you boost up your vitamin D and you build up your immunity, you're going to build up less chance of getting COVID. Now, I know we're all getting vaccines and so on, and COVID will probably be away soon, but, well, I hope it'll be away soon. But for future things like flu and God knows what illnesses is coming, there's nothing beats a good immune system, and vitamin D will give you a good immune system. So keep that in mind. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost much. Another thing, believe it or not, that vitamin D helps is depression, which is, of course, mental health. It's really prevalent now, depression. I mean, we all get depressed. Even I still get depressed. But I find taking vitamin D, I don't get as down as I used to now. Maybe that's just coincidence, maybe, but, doctors have said that vitamin D, does help depression. Now, there's another thing as well. They're doing, this trial is being done at the moment to see if it actually slows down cancer. They're doing research into the fact that vitamin D, they're using it to actually slow cancer down. Now, that's not 100% true that it can slow cancer down, but they have said that they're doing trials on the actual vitamin D to see if that vitamin can slow cancer down. So the fact that they think it can slow it down, it's no harm in popping that tablet in the mouth. As I say, my what do you call it, vitamin D gummies, they're only like $3.99, and they've a high dose and they're a good brand, and you know, I really wouldn't be without it now, you know. They say as well that vitamin D can actually help with weight loss because it suppresses your appetite. Now, I don't know or not have it suppressed my appetite. I know I still eat as much. I mean, maybe it's certain people it suppresses their appetite. But I don't know. Maybe it has suppressed my appetite because, you know, I'm trying to lose weight. I haven't been eating as much anyway, so, you know, maybe that's the reason. But the thing about vitamin D now, if you're trying to get vitamin D in food, you know, vitamin D comes in the likes of fish oil, you know, eggs, and, you know, it's been proven that, you know, rather than trying to get your vitamin D from the likes of food, because most of us don't eat that sort of food. Well, I take fish oil because I've been taking the fish oil from the heart attack, and you know, fish oil is great, you know, and the omega-3. So, you know, if you're watching this, I did a video on omega-3. If you scan down my channel, you'll actually, you know, get to see it, and if you watch it, you can read about omega-3 oil. But the last thing is, you know, how much of this supplement you should take. You know, the recommended for children and so on up to teenagers is 600 milligram, you know, but I take 1,000. Some people actually really boost it and they take up to, you know, 3,000 and as much as that, but I find 1,000 helps me. Now, the one thing that started me in vitamin D, and this is a fact, I was taking the vitamin C. I still take vitamin C. Vitamin C is great, you know. I take the fish oil, and I take that, what do you call it, for depression, which is absolutely great, and you should watch my video on that. The ashwagandha, oh, brilliant, and absolutely brilliant, comes from a plant, and it really eases your mind. If you haven't watched my video on it, do watch it. But I'd been getting the checkup from a doctor, and he started asking me what tablets I was taking and stuff like that there, and I told him about my vitamins and stuff like that there, and he turned around to me and says, let me tell you something, you don't need to take all those vitamins. There's only one vitamin you should take that will actually do you help. And I says, what's that? And the doctor turned around and said, vitamin D. Now, that was way before COVID. That was like 3 or 4 years ago he told me that. And now vitamin D has hit the news big time because they're turning around and saying that vitamin D can fight off COVID, or it can actually stop you getting COVID because of the powers it has in increasing your immunity, you know. So apparently, you know, it is a bad thing if you're deficient in vitamin D. And, you know, half the population or more are deficient in vitamin D, which is no wonder when we're stuck inside all winter and we're stuck at desks and stuff like that. We're stuck indoors watching television. We're not getting any sun about us. So, you know, see your doctor, get a wee blood test done, see if you're deficient in vitamin D. And if you are, get a good supplement, get a quality one like the one I have. And I tell you, you will find you'll have very less colds. You'll not get the flu as much. It's the likes of COVID comes along, your immunity is going to be really, really strong, and it's going to, you know, it's going to help with the arthritis and stuff like that. Why the hell am I doing that again? You know, it's going to help with the arthritis and stuff. But vitamin D, give it a go. See your doctor first, and give me a wee comment. Let me know if you're on vitamin D. Has it done any good for you? And well, just give me your views. If you're on YouTube and you have an account, please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be doing hundreds of new videos, and you know, I'd like to meet people and sort of, you know, people comment and things like that there, and I think it's great to engage with people and to talk about things, and you know, you learn things from other people. I can sit here and just go on and on and on, but I find, you know, if people leave comments about their own experience and then people comment back on that and so on, you know, then you engage and you learn a hell of a lot by other people's experiences. You know, people turn around and say, oh, you're not a doctor, you're not a doctor. I've learned a hell of a lot more from people's experiences in their health than I have from my doctor, and that's a fact. So if you're a YouTube subscriber and you have your own account, please subscribe to my channel and hit the wee bell button so that you get a notification every time I post, because I normally post I will be posting every day. So I really would love it if you followed my channel. And thank you very much for watching. Get yourself some vitamin D. You take care. Bye bye.